Have you ever heard the phrase, Black Swan? It's used to describe something that's extremely rare, highly improbable, and also has a massive impact. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video, the Black Swan Theory. Hi, I'm your host. And this is our channel, where we try and answer the great questions of the universe. So, let's get started. The term Black Swan was first used in 2007 by Nassim Nicholas Taleb in his book, The Black Swan. The impact of the highly improbable. In it, he describes a type of event that is not only rare, but also has a massive impact and is often misunderstood. He uses the example of the Russian Revolution of 1917. Historians had completely overlooked this event when trying to predict the future. They simply couldn't see it coming because it went against everything they knew about the time period. In fact, there are three main characteristics of a Black Swan event. First, it is an outlier, something that lies outside the realm of normal expectations. Second, it carries an extreme impact, often causing massive disruption and change. And third, after the event occurs, people tend to rationalize it, coming up with explanations that make it seem like it was bound to happen. Taleb argues that we are not good at predicting these types of events because we tend to look at the past and try and extrapolate from that into the future. But if an event is truly rare and has a massive impact, then it's unlikely to be repeated anytime soon. So, looking at history for guidance is not very useful. Instead, we should be looking at the present, understanding the current systems and how they might fail. Here's another example. The 2008 financial crisis was a Black Swan event. Economists and policymakers had not anticipated the collapse of the housing market and the subsequent global economic meltdown. Even though it had happened before, it didn't happen again for over a century. So, it wasn't something that anyone was expecting. Yet it had a massive impact on the world economy and led to the worst recession since World War II. After the event, people came up with all sorts of explanations for how it had happened and why it was bound to happen. But the reality was that it was a once-in-a-century type event that could have been predicted. So now you're probably wondering how this relates to you and what you can do about it. Well, understanding the Black Swan Theory can help you in a few ways. First, it can help you to be more humble in your predictions about the future. We are not as smart as we think we are, and we are definitely not as in control as we like to believe. There are always things that are going to be outside of our ability to predict or influence. Second, it can help you to be more open-minded. We tend to think that we know how the world works based on our experiences and our observations. But if we are constantly looking to the past for guidance, we may miss important signals that something big is about to change. Finally, it can help you to be more prepared. Of course, we can't predict when a Black Swan event will occur. But we can try and put ourselves in a position to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that they create. The 2008 financial crisis was a disaster for most people, but it was a huge boon for those who were prepared for it. Now, the Black Swan Theory has been criticized by some for being too vague and for lacking clear policy implications. However, we think that it is a useful framework for thinking about the world and for making decisions in an uncertain environment. After all, we can't predict the future with 100% certainty, and we need to be prepared for whatever life throws at us. That being said, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the Black Swan Theory. Do you think it has a useful way of thinking about the world, or do you find it too vague? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, we think you'll love our video on the simulation theory. It's one of our most popular videos, and it explores the idea that we all living in a computer simulation. Check it out here. Thanks for watching. Keep thinking, and we'll see you next time.